City.
Actually, that's spot on.
It is spot on.
All the competition that try to compete.
Everything is spot on.
What's up, Spot On Sports Nation? Welcome back here to Spot On Sports, the new wave of sports where we're not just accurate but spot on. We're back with a new episode of My Point Exactly.
Thanks.
What an amazing week last week, you guys. We had, the draft experience. The mock draft was fun. Then we got a chance to do the live draft. Got a lot of new faces on some NFL teams. A lot of excitement. How y'all feeling about that draft?
This was one of the most epic drafts I've ever got to be a part of. I was with Spot On Sports covering the draft from the start in Dallas, Texas. Great feeling. Loved the energy. Loved some of the surprises.
Hey, I'm just ready for the season. Let's get it.
Every year, the draft makes you ready to play, ready to watch football.
Right. Well, as you guys know, there's some big time names and some big time franchises. Let's just start with the rookie quarterbacks. So y'all know Justin Fields was selected by the Chicago Bears. They jumped up and went to go get him. 49ers, they made their selection after we were all wondering who is it going to be. They traded away all these picks to move up to the number 3 spots. They got their guy in Trey Lance. As expected, Zach Wilson went number 2, and number 1 was Trevor Lawrence, as expected. And even the Patriots was able to come away with Mac Jones without even moving up in the draft. So, I mean, it seemed like everybody was able to come away with a quarterback, well, at least most of the teams. But I want to ask you guys this. Out of the rookie quarterbacks that were drafted, which one of the rookie quarterbacks do you guys believe will have the most wins in their rookie season?
You go first.
Let me close my eyes real quick. Which quarterback went to the 49ers again with all of those weapons and the great defense and the amazing offensive-minded head coach that's ready to put quarterbacks in the Super Bowl, kind of the quarterback whisperer? Whatever one that is. I know who it is. We know who it is, but it doesn't matter. If it was Mac Jones, I would have picked Mac Jones. If it was Justin Fields, I would have picked Justin Fields. It just so happens to be Trey Lance. Trey Lance has the most upside in this draft. And I also feel like the person that is ahead of him, who may not necessarily be ahead of him on the depth chart, is on the hottest seat at the quarterback position in the NFL. And with all of those weapons, that running game, Kyle Shanahan, and a defense that will constantly be giving him extra possessions, I think Trey Lance is in every position to be great this year. They're probably going to go 10-6, 11-6 or 12-5 because of the extra games. Y'all ready to do y'all math?
What you think, Rod?
I like that pick, but I have to go with my guy. And when it's all said and done, out of this class is going to be the best quarterback, Justin Fields. He has so much to prove. He knows all those quarterbacks got picked before him. He knows he should have been ahead of them. He's going to come out fire. And he got a weapon in Allen Robinson. That man is a monster. If they could get chemistry right away, that could be a scary team. And the Bears got one of the best defense. These past, 4 or 5 years, always been top 5 in defense. So he have a lot of extra possessions. I'm going to go with Justin Fields.
I can't argue with Justin Fields. He was my favorite quarterback in the draft. I just have so much faith in San Francisco and what they're building out there. And that's why I'm going with Trey Lance. It's not necessarily that I like Trey Lance more than Justin Fields. I slightly edge Justin Fields to have the best career of the bunch that we're talking about.
So how many of these wins, I was going to ask, how many wins do you think that Trey Lance is going to actually contribute to the 49ers? Because, I mean, as of now, Jimmy Garoppolo would be the starter. So, I mean.
I'm giving Jimmy Garoppolo 5 games. At the max, I'm giving him 5 games before he's either set because he has one game that gets overblown. Like if he plays one bad game, they are going to be begging and pleading and screaming in San Francisco for Trey Lance, especially after all that they gave up to get him. Trey Lance is raw. 319 passes in college. Raw. He don't throw it. I mean, he didn't get the opportunity to throw it. But when they talk about starts, if you go start for start, and this is an interesting stat, and a lot of people don't know it, Trey Lance and Mac Jones played the same amount of games.
That is true.
Was it about 16? 36?
Yeah, something like that. I think it was like 36 or something like that total. Either 16 or 30, one of those numbers. And that was it. They had the same amount of starts. It's just because Trey Lance opted out last year, people forgot what they saw. Yes, he was in Division II, but he was the GOAT of Division II. No interceptions. He champions and he prides himself on consistency. What more can you say? But I do like Justin Fields that much better.
We gonna see what's going on in Green Bay. We don't know. Chicago could definitely be that team.
My
So
goodness. Is Justin Fields the next quarterback of the Green Bay Packers?
no.
No, but maybe
I don't think they're
maybe
trading.
the
They're not
next
trading him. They're
quarterback,
not trading him.
the
They're not
top
trading him.
quarterback in the NFC North to come in a few years, possibly.